Hi guys, welcome back to FPL Focus. My name's Graham and it is another Fantasy Euro 24 video. Today we'll be having a look at a fixture difficulty rating table and also another look at where I'm at with my team as the tournament draws closer. So without further ado, let's get into it. So here we go. As you can see, we've got a fixture difficulty rating table on the screen. But just before we do go into that, I'd like to say a huge thank you to everybody that follows me on Twitter who retweeted and bookmarked my Euro predicted lineups post. It got over 50,000 views. A lot of people really enjoyed that thread. It was brilliant to see. Basically, I just put all the players' faces into the lineups and predicted lineups for this tournament. So there's that. Right, let's get into this fixture difficulty table then. You can see we've got a fixture key at the top there. Easy as in the blue. Green is good. Grey is 50-50. And then hard is, of course, in red. Now, we've only got the top 11 teams here because I think these are sort of the teams that most sensible players, shall we say, will have players of in their fantasy teams. So you can see top of the table there. So with the easiest fixtures are Portugal. What a group they are in. The Czech Republic, Turkey and Georgia in their group. You got the likes of Bruno Fernandes in that team. João Cancelo, fantastic options. Playing Czech Republic and Turkey first, then Georgia, easy as. So definitely get some Portugal players in your team, an absolute must. Then we've got England. I mean, we lost 1-0 against Iceland last night, but I'm not going to read too much into it. I will say, though, that maybe our defence could be a worry. For me, the sooner we get Luke Shaw back in there with his experience, the better, and hopefully Stones is not injured. England have got Serbia, Denmark and Slovenia in their group. You can see good, easy as there. Then we got Germany. The hosts very much going to be right up there as favourites, being on the home soil. They've got Scotland, Hungary and Switzerland in their group. Players like Kai Havertz, and as you can see on screen, Ilkay Gundogan, who is in my team, as you will see next. Belgium there, Slovakia, Romania and Ukraine in there. All good fixtures for them. A lot of people will be on the likes of Kevin De Bruyne, Lukaku up front because his scoring record in qualifying for Belgium is absolutely ridiculous. But there's always that balance, isn't there, with players, the price points. You can't have all the big hitters, or not until you play that limitless chip later on in the tournament. That will be fun for sure. Unlimited budget spend. Next up, France there, Austria, Netherlands and Poland. You know, quite a tricky group, but for France, I mean, they do actually look quite good in the recent friendlies as well. And once they put their first 11 out, I expect them to be absolute beasts with the likes of Kylian Mbappe in there, Griezmann, and the old dog still going, Olivier Giroud. Could he be going out with a bang? Let's see. Spain have got Croatia, Italy and Albania are the easy as team to play. Albania are going to be the whipping boys. Spain against Croatia and Italy, it's a really tough group to predict that. I personally have gone to get Italy out of that group, and then I think Spain follows them. Croatia won't be easy, but that's how I read the group. Netherlands, really impressive in their friendlies. There's a lot to be considered when we're trying to nail down that starting 11. But Poland, France and Austria in there should make for a good group, especially that Frimpong. What a player he is. Another one I do quite like is Wijnaldum. If he's playing, he seems to always be involved in everything that Netherlands do. Then we go down to Italy. They've got the whipping boys, easy as Albania in their first game. So on match day 1, I think a lot of people have the likes of Chiesa in their team, maybe even Jorginho. Could Jorginho still be on penalties? That will be an interesting thing. Then Spain and Croatia in that group as well. Going on to Croatia, we got Spain, whipping boys Albania and Italy. Croatia, experienced, not bad defensively. Likes of Vardial in that defence. Then we got Denmark, got Slovenia, England and Serbia. I quite like the player Mele. He's really good at attacking and getting forward for a defender. England, we've already spoke about up the top. I mean, for me, England, Kane is 100% a must-have, isn't he, in all teams? I think the midfield, judging on that performance last night, I'd like to think Trent could be in that midfield. Hopefully he is, because his delivery was absolutely sublime. And then lastly, we've got Serbia here. Red, green, grey. So, not bad, but I'd put Serbia down as sort of what I'd call a dark horse for the tournament. They've got some decent players in there like Vlahovic, Mitrovic, all sorts going on there. So I think Serbia could be dark horses in there. I think they've got Tadic as well, haven't they, in the midfield, thinking about it. But yeah, that is the fixture difficulty rating. I hope this is helpful to you. Next up, let's have a look at how I'm lining up for match day 1 so far. So here we go. Here's my team lineup so far. You can see I've got Harry Kane in there, which I think is an obvious one. Mbappe, very popular. I did have Lukaku before, so my first change, I've actually bought in Kai Havertz. A lot more cheaper. I much prefer that price point. 7.5 million. Scotland, Hungary, then Switzerland next. As I said, Germany, they're at home. Got a good feeling about them. Kai Havertz popping up with a goal last night. So for me, he's already scoring. He's got some fantastic midfielders around him. Even when the Germans bring on the likes of Sane off the bench, whether they're starting or not, he's still got good service late on. Fresh legs late on, providing him with that service. So for me, I think everything goes around Havertz. I did start off with him in my first ever draft, and then I've ended up coming back to him again. I think Lukaku a bit too pricey. How far are Belgium going to go in this tournament? I'm not quite sure. And basically my way of covering Lukaku, judging by qualifying and friendlies of late, Trossard, I think he makes a lot happen for him. I wanted to go for Doku, but I found that Bakayoko probably threatens Doku's minutes quite a bit. Trossard seems to be a bit more nailed down and will get me more minutes, and being an Arsenal fan, I know exactly how he plays and what his strengths are. And then I got Gundogan in there, the man that was on the last screen, the fixture difficulty screen, should be on penalties, provides a lot. He's had good tournaments for Germany in previous. I expect him to do well. Jorginho, nice cheap option. He's still there, 5 million. Hopefully Georgie on penalties. Rodri, very good with his ball retention, which will score you extra points for Spain. And then in the defence, here's where it gets interesting. Sorry, I better just pick out Bruno Fernandes there. He can come in later, the 18th of June, playing one of the later match days. So I could swap him in if, say, I'd say like a Gundogan or Jorginho don't... No, I'd say Rodri or Jorginho don't turn up. Then I could go, do you know what? Go on, Fernandes, go and get some actual attacking points. So it's a nice balance there, really. Could swap them in as we play. Defence, middle stat, nice budget option. I think a lot of people will be on him. 4 million. Way into that starting home nation lineup. DeMarco attacking as well. 5 million, not bad at all. And here's one that I do like. Grimaldo for Spain. I just feel like I need a little bit of Spain. I feel like I'm doubting them a little bit. I've put them second favourites to go through the group. I even said at one point that Croatia might just pip them, but I'm thinking I'm not going to be left behind. So I'm thinking Spain are probably going to just get through that group and they could have a good tournament. They've got a fantastic record in the Euros. They do so well. And for me, it used to be Jordi Alba that I'd pick in these games. Very attacking. He'd score you lots of points, lots of assists. For me, Grimaldo is the new Jordi Alba in that Spain side. Gets forward, whips them crosses in. So I like my defenders attacking. That's what I'll be going for. Grimaldo at 5 million. Make sure you check that out. Pickford in my goal there as well, 5 million. Then Verbruggen is 4.5 for the Netherlands. I can swap them over and just be hoping that one or the other gets a clean sheet. I'm hoping England do sort it out. But for me, the reason I have Pickford in goal is because of World Cup and the last Euro game that I played. Pickford scored me very high points throughout that tournament. And then on my bench, this is where it gets exciting. Like I said, I already talked about Fernandes, but having Cancelo in there, that Portugal are the top team on the fixture difficulty rating. As you saw, Cancelo gets forward so well, attacks, 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 and that's what I like with my defenders. And Frimpong in that friendly, what a baller he was. But we're not 100% sure if he's going to start or not. But for me, I think it's worth, say like he doesn't start and I have a poor return from one of my starting defenders, then I can go, do you know what, say gamble. Then I see a Netherlands game, then by match day 2 I might have more information. I might know that Frimpong will start. There is another friendly to watch as well for Netherlands, so I'll be keeping my eye on that. But this is where I'm at with my team so far. Drop me your teams in the comments below. Let's see what you've got. That about sums up the video. Thank you for watching. Please do smash that subscribe button, hit the like button. Take care.